Hello and welcome back. I don't know what's going on with my webcam, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to answer these things with you with a political ad that won't count. So sorry about that. This one's going to be for Biden, so this is going to be for the upcoming election that's happening in November. So first things first, title of ad and date. So I go over here, title of ad is Unite Us. And the date is June 18th, 2020. It's really easy to find for this one. Next thing is the candidate. That's Joe Biden. The only reason why I chose Joe Biden and not Trump is because Biden is not one of the people running for the one that I had you do. Audience, so let's watch this. Let's watch this.
I know so many Americans are suffering loss of a loved one, suffering economic hardship. The country is crying out for leadership that can unite us, leadership that brings us together.
I don't know if you're able to hear this, so let me I'm gonna play it, and then if you can't hear it, I'm gonna include the link so then you can hear it on there, because hopefully you can hear it. I'll turn it up a little bit.
I know so many Americans are suffering loss of a loved one, suffering economic hardship. The country is crying out for leadership that can unite us, leadership that brings us together. That's what the presidency is, the duty to care for all of us, not just those who vote for us, but all of us. But I promise you this, I won't traffic in fear and division. I won't fan the flames of hate. I'll seek to heal the racial wounds that have long plagued our country, not use them for political gain. I'll do my job and I will take responsibility. I won't blame others. You know, I've said from the outset of this election that we're in the battle for the soul of this nation. What we believe, and maybe most importantly, who we want to be. It's all at stake. We stand together, finally as one America. We'll rise stronger than we were before. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, so that is the video. Again, I'll put the link in there just in case it didn't show you the audio or let you hear the audio. The audience seems to be focused mostly on sympathetic voters and undecided voters, I would say, because it says, like, I'm not going to only take care of the people who support me, I'm going to take care of all of us, right? The fact that he says that shows that he's trying to sway those undecided people. The fact that you could tell that he's focusing a lot on his sympathetic voters, too, is the fact that he brings up common key points of the Democratic Party with these race relations and things like that. Speakers and message, you only hear Joe Biden during this ad, so we have that, and we have that he says that he's going to take care of everyone, right? Logical, ethical, and emotional appeal is used, so he doesn't really use a lot of logic. There's no numbers, facts, statistics, really. Ethical, he does say at the end, like, if you trust, well, Biden, you'll trust me, right? But he shows himself side by side with, like, Hillary Clinton and other bigwigs in the Democratic Party, so if you trust them, you trust me. And then emotional appeal is used. He uses a lot of that when he shows, like, those angry mobs. He's trying to scare people into it, right? What visual images and symbols does he use? So he used the Bible when Trump is in front of that church and he's holding the Bible, right? He used those angry riots and things like that to promote his thing, and then also the American flag. How is the preferred candidate portrayed? He's portrayed as a communicative, collaborative person who's diverse and working with a wide variety of people, right? How is the opponent candidate being portrayed? They show Trump right when he tear gassed all the people off of the church steps and things like that. Yeah, they're showing the riots and his smirk and things like that, so he's not being portrayed very well visually. What's the music or sound effects being used? It's a very, like, triumphant song being played in the background. what elements of the ad seemed trustworthy and what elements seemed questionable. To me, it was really questionable the fact that he didn't use any facts or statistics in it. He didn't really say anything much about having a plan or even like anything he's really doing. He just kind of like was like, I'll take care of you. Like, I know you guys have struggles. And that was pretty much it. Like, he didn't really give me anything worthwhile. Positive and negative techniques being used. So let's go back up to the list up here. So he used the bandwagon, right? So he showed him with people of color, and he's like, if these people of color trust me, then you should trust me. He used the ad hominem. He kind of attacks Trump in it. He used repetition, saying that we'll take care of each other. He asked rhetorical questions, pieces like that. Evaluation based on this ad only. Would you feel persuaded to vote for this candidate? Why or why not? I would not based off of this ad only, just because there's no facts, statistics, nothing that really like tells me what he's trying to do for the country. So based off of this ad, and if I didn't know who he was going up against and all of that, like, he definitely wouldn't have gotten my vote just based off of this ad. I mean, I know it was only a minute, I know it's not a debate or anything, but still, that's how I would fill out this sheet. You may, just a warning, you may have to watch and rewatch these a couple times, so, like, they're really quick, though. This is a minute long. It's just, I know even me, just watching that one time, it was hard for me to remember exactly what he said, and it was hard for me to remember what persuasive and techniques he used. So I might also suggest taking notes while they're doing it, because, again, like, I barely remembered, and I'm supposed to be teaching it to you right now. So if you're having a hard time remembering what they are, as well as how to identify them, take notes. But that's my example one, and we'll move on to performance task 2 next.